one thing you said, the race card. She's trying to pull it. You know when the race card works and when it doesn't?
It doesn't work with your own people.
You can't pull the race card on another black person, man.
If you look, if you look
We're
at that,
on
yeah, if you look at those
mute.
meetings, there's only black people there.
According to the lawsuit, quote, Holmes began describing a host of his exploits from the trip, many of a sexual nature to Officer Miles. At some point during his rant, Trustee Holmes made reference to him engaging in sexual activities with a Dolton Thornton employee, and there was some suggestion that the employee may not have had the ability to consent and or did not provide consent. The lawsuit says Officer Miles then began recording the phone call and FaceTimed Holmes. Trustee Holmes then panned the camera toward the bed where Officer Miles could see a woman who was partially undressed. The trustee then moved the camera to various private areas of the woman's body, displaying them on screen and at times moving or removing articles of clothing as he transmitted the images. The lawsuit alleges when the woman woke up, she couldn't remember anything that happened the night before and was not aware of the alleged assault until informed by Officer Miles when they returned to Dolton. The lawsuit alleges that when the female employee became aware of what allegedly happened, she requested to speak to Mayor Henyard. Henyard allegedly told the woman, quote, if the information got out, Henyard would be ruined and all of the work she had done would be lost.
City Girl Mayor or Dictator of Dolton. Maybe that's how we should call her these days. The Putin of Dolton, trying to silence an SA accuser. Apparently, she is now also into the suppressing of other people. According to the story, she made her first appearance at the Thornton Township Hall meeting Tuesday night amid the allegations of SA and retaliation. I mean, we know she's been retaliating already. The Department of Human Rights is investigating complaints against her office. Accusations include SA, retaliation and discrimination stemming from an economic development trip to Las Vegas. Henyard is calling herself first super mayor. She's gonna be the first super prisoner. Left the meeting without taking a single question, as reported by NBC Chicago. We in the she talks. Oh my god. We in the news. No, it's not. We are in the. Yo, this is crazy. They really wrote it down without exactly the way she said it. We in the news every single day. I'm the first super mayor. We in the news every day. Well, don't think it's a good thing that you're in the news every day as a mayor. You should be in the background. But okay, some people are there to see their faces on banners every day. She's probably one of them. This is the second. I mean, she continues to well, let's start first with this one. What do you think about this situation?
So from what I understand, there are recordings. Now, it's not clear to me whether this conversation was specifically recorded, but what's being alleged is that someone on her team has committed SA, and when the victim tried to talk about the situation, she tried to silence it, saying that, listen, this can ruin my campaign or something like that. And that news came out. I think it's a very bad look. I think it's an extremely bad look, actually. But I think that this is just one of the very things that the Alphabet Boys will use against her when preparing a criminal case against her. Because like we talk about every day, before someone like this gets prosecuted and gets sentenced, a lot of small things happen because you can do it from one day to the other. So because she is so unlikable, because she is forcing people to do things that they don't want to do, because she's basically bullying the people of Dolton with her by using the police force as her personal bodyguard and allegedly enforcer, a lot of people want her gone. And so the worst position to be in as a leader is a position where all or a majority of your of the people who you need to serve are willing to work day in and day out to see you gone. They don't like you, and instead of they don't feel like they're being listened to. And so this is just one of many things that they will use against her. But I think the image that she's trying so hard to portray, that people are against her, they're basically haters, that is slowly but surely crumbling down. And you can argue whether it's gonna happen slowly, because I think it's gonna happen a bit faster than slowly.
Yeah, I don't know when she's up for re-election. It's also in November. Not sure, but I think I'm curious how the people in Dolton will vote the next time around, because she has been doing a lot of weird stuff. One of them is like the I think that's the most crazy one, where she basically said, if I'm in that position, it's getting a payment of, I think, 90,000, and if I'm not in that position, it lowers to 20,000. That is wild. That's a wild statement. The dictator of Dolton also misused city money for Glam Team, according to another article. I mean, she stays in the news, as she says. She's the super mayor, so super mayors always stay in the news. She spent about $7,650,000 on hair and makeup for taking office, after taking office, my bad, but listed Glam Team as an assistant when bidding the city for it.
That's fraud.
It sounds like it, yeah.
Hey, but this is also in Georgia, right?
No.
Chicago. Just is the Illinois.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, close enough. It's like that doesn't disprove my point.
Oh, what's your point?
I always think it's unfortunate that black people like this get exposed, because we always say that we want some things, and I think it's very important to have. So I believe that it's important for a kid to see someone that looks like him or her and says, hey, I want to be that someday, I can be that someday. I think that is very important. I don't believe that should be done by using a quota. I think it should be like a 5% should be black. I think it should be done by putting the best person in that seat. And it's unfortunate to see a lot of these people just effing up a great opportunity, not only for themselves, but they basically losing out on people who might look up to them. Because it's a disappointment to see, your hero do a thing. Imagine if Obama got the presidency and started talking reckless and doing things that he wasn't supposed to do.
Residents of Dolton, the city of Dolton, are fed up with the Dolton dictator, Tiffany Henyard, super mayor, city girl mayor. I don't know what other AKAs they are, but she's the one who's being watched by the feds right now. So the story goes as follows. there has been, I mean, we have covered her for a long time now. A lot of scandals, embezzlement, ethics violations, her job, her covering two jobs at the same time, her getting protection, 24/7 protection from police, which is raking up a bill of almost 1 million. And they are 2 million in a hole. The budget there's a 2 million deficit. So I guess 1 million you can only account for right away. But basically they want her to step down. They are pushing it. But yeah, she's still standing strong.
Yeah.
Like a real, I'm not gonna say what she's still standing strong. Let's keep it to that. There was this meeting with the Dolton Township on last Tuesday, and what happened was that they were confronting her. People, while she was sitting there, and you won't believe this, she was sitting there. What do you see the color of the microphone?
No.
Such a shame.
Wait. Let me just open the screen up. It's a gold mic.
With the gold mic. The mayor has a gold mic. She was sitting there and basically commenting on this whole thing. She basically said, my comment is, it's a public comment. When you don't, let me see. Let me find if I can find her statement. Yes, we are here to help each other and not to hurt each other. And it's a shame that us, I'm talking to my black and brown communities, would sit here and fight.
Wait. It's a shame that we are sitting here and fight, right?
It's a shame that us, that's literally what she said. Us. They put us.
Yeah.
I'm talking to my black and brown communities.
Yeah.
Sit here and fight. Yeah, man. I mean, at this point, it's clear that people are starting to stand up to her craziness, because, I mean, the city has a 2 million deficit.
Yeah. And you know, using the race card will only get you so far. So she's already used that argument, right? Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Y'all black. Y'all attacking a black mayor.
Black woman, not
A black woman. Not talking about the facts, right? How much she's spending, how she's using the police force, how she's torturing and traumatizing the citizens of Dolton. But it will only get you so far. I will say this though, that the stories are continuing to pile up. This is not something that she can sweep under the rug. And I believe that investigations are on their way. So I think it's just a matter of time.
Yes, they are on the way. I'm gonna cover that next up. But before I continue, one thing, and it's about learning from the situation. She was elected to be the mayor. Now she's screwing everything up, and possibly she's gonna end in a jail cell.
She is.
Possibly. I mean, it's crazy if you think about it, right? You get an opportunity to do better, to do good, and then now you're screwing everything up. By the way, one thing you said, the race card, she's trying to pull it. You know when the race card works and when it doesn't?
It doesn't work with your own people.
I pull the race card on another black person, man.
If you look at that. Yeah, if you look at those meetings, there's only black people there.
Yeah.
Now you're trying to pull the race card. It's
That's crazy. But there is an investigation on the way, man. The village also voted on someone who will investigate this situation, and
Chipmunk.
to our surprise, to my surprise, I know I don't know how she got into this mess, but the legendary former mayor of Chicago, Lori Lightfoot, as you can see here on the pictures, she was doing her speech. Apparently, I didn't know that she was a former prosecutor, federal prosecutor, before she turned into a mayor. We all know what happened during her time in Chicago. Well, nothing happened. A lot of bodies dropped, but nothing happened. So she's gonna investigate and dig into Dolton's multi-million-dollar deficit of around $2 million. And also the misdeeds of Mayor Tiffany Henyard, super mayor, Dolton dictator.
Yeah.
And guess how much she's gonna earn?
600,000.
I don't know what her billable hours will be, but she's gonna earn about $400 an hour.
Okay.
By the standards of Nathan Wade, she might become a millionaire off of this. He's gonna bill like Nathan Wade. We have a millionaire.
But $400 is like an average.
Yes, but it's about the hours. It's not about the.
No. I know. But I'm just saying, like, that's the. If you're hiring a service provider, the service provider doesn't provide a product. The service provider provides. I'm afraid to use I don't know, time. I'm just gonna skip the I'm just gonna I don't want to misgender. So but let me put this. Lori Lightfoot, aka Triple Threat. This woman will be in charge, I hope.
Oh, you would say Beetlejuice. Thank God you didn't say Beetlejuice.
Don't say it one more time. This woman has her own. So Lori Lightfoot has her own things going on, right? Drama in Chicago had at least, and so it's a bit. I would think that they would hire someone who has less of a baggage. On the other hand, Lori Lightfoot is known, or at least knows, has experience in Chicago, in Illinois, so probably can work faster, get things done faster. And just because someone isn't really successful as a mayor doesn't mean that that person isn't a good prosecutor. So so that's just we'll need to wait and see what will happen. I was also surprised when I saw who is going to lead the investigation.
Hey man, we'll see. Maybe there will not be the crazy part. Wouldn't that be crazy if the result of the investigation is there is nothing going on here?
I mean, if that's the result, then I think crazy is not the word I would use. I would say concerning.
Let me write the timestamp of this show, because we need to cut this out for another. Let me write the timestamp down
so you can use it. I knew it. That's gonna be a future.
Copy that. I'm gonna copy it and use it when it happens.
We're gonna create a clip every time DTS was right. Double Touch Show was right.
Yo, we've been batting like 90% at this point.
We're the new Simpsons.
Fine.
We're the new Simpsons. Well, I guess the Boondocks.
Hey man, it's crazy. And to close it out, I think we will have to see what comes out of this investigation. Like I said, I'm not sure what will come out. I mean, wouldn't surprise me if nothing comes out. Would be typical for an investigation like this. I wonder if she finds anything, what will happen? Will she step down? Will she not? We'll see in the future, man.
Yeah, I don't think she will step down. That's the whole thing, right? She's like a narcissist, actually. So I don't think she will step down. The problem is that there will come a time that she will have to step down. So she's not going to step down before the end of her term. But she will step down at one point. And when that happens, the feds are already on her tail. So it's just straight to the bus.
Straight to the bus.
Yeah.
She'll step down and step into the car.
Yeah.
Ain't.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like Django.
I just think it's the people of Dolton who selected her. They probably believed in her. A young black woman trying to make a change, she talks very good. She talks very convincingly. She can speak Ebonics. She just speaks Ebonics in public places, in formal settings. So I think people are they feel like a certain level of relatability.
Yeah.
But you can talk like that and still work the way you're supposed to work on behalf of the people that you're representing. And I think a lot of people of Dolton are disappointed in that. And I think she's doing the people who voted for her wrong and a disservice by acting the way she's acting.